Hi, my name is Logan Rank, and I'm in the recording arts program at Full Sail. And the brand that I chose to investigate is the fast food chain Wendy's. Now, Wendy's is a fast food restaurant founded in 1960. I'm just kidding. That's a history lesson. Let's go ahead and fast forward to today so we can talk about what Wendy's is doing to promote the brand, specifically using Twitter and Instagram, and maybe YouTube. Starting with their Instagram, I found that Wendy's posts three main things: commercials, community posts, and memes. The commercials are meant to show the consumer that Wendy's is a professional brand. The videos are high quality, they include popular musicians and actors, and even have some really great VFX. The community part shows that Wendy's already has a loyal following with a community that does things for the brand, which increases their reliability for new consumers. And the memes are what take up the bulk of Wendy's branding. Oddly enough, I think these are the most important ones. Having this side of your brand does a few things. One, it makes the brand seem more down to earth, like they don't care so much about their money or about their image, which they do, but they do a pretty good job disguising that. Two, it appeals to a very specific and mostly younger audience by using familiar formats and relatable humor. And three, it gives off the feeling that you're reading a post from a friend instead of a big brand, which makes you trust them more. These concepts also apply to what Wendy's is doing on Twitter, but in a different way. Wendy's Twitter still posts the high-quality commercials starring popular people, but the way they interact with the community is so incredibly unique, it's honestly kind of hilarious. Wendy's approach to advertising on Twitter is to make themselves look like the average consumer. Their tweets are made up of sassy remarks to other brands, purposely using shorter words like one would do while texting, and sometimes just not even talking about Wendy's. It's like they gave the Twitter account to some random teenager and said, "Go crazy," and to be honest, it really works. What Wendy's is trying to do on Twitter is make you feel like that brand is your friend. Another way they do this is by using shock factor. Them directly calling out their competitors like McDonald's shocks the consumer because it's something that's not seen often. This associates Wendy's with uniqueness and rawness, a brand that's not a big greedy corporation, but it's instead a brand that makes fun of big greedy corporations. It's not a brand that speaks for the consumer or at the consumer, it's a brand that speaks like the consumer. Even I felt really engaged reading Wendy's tweets and seeing the sassy comebacks to random consumers or callouts to McDonald's because I never expected to see that out of a popular brand. It makes me feel like I'm seeing tweets from my friend or Instagram posts from my friend, and that makes me trust Wendy's more. It makes me want to give them my money so they can keep doing this kind of thing. It's pretty clear that Wendy's Instagram and Twitter are targeted towards a younger audience, specifically Gen Z, as evidenced by the low-effort memes and random humor that don't really seem to make sense. But over on YouTube, things seem to be a little more professional. Over on YouTube, I saw a lot of commercials for the saucy nuggets that include very short, vague titles, and once you click on them, reveal a very high-quality, well-shot commercial that remind the consumer that this is a real brand. The way Wendy's presents themselves on each individual social media mirrors how the community acts on each of these platforms. YouTube is more professional, while Instagram is more community-driven, while on Twitter, it's more raw and sassy. All in all, Wendy's way of marketing is all about relating to the consumer on a very personal level. Not just showing what you want, but saying what you would say and how you would say it. Relating to an audience is a fantastic way to build trust between the consumer and the brand. Not only that, but Wendy's always giving credit to artists in the community helps them paint themselves as a brand that you can trust because they care about you and they care about their community. But across all of these platforms, the main thing Wendy's does every single time is include humor. Humor separates Wendy's from the rest because it's not typically associated with big greedy corporations. Instead, it's associated with silliness and fun and just having a good time. On Instagram, they include memes, and on Twitter, they include shock value and calling out their competitors. While on YouTube, even if the commercials are really professional and well shot, they include lots of jokes and lots of humor. Wendy's wants the consumers to associate their brand with a laid-back space where you can just have fun. And they do a really good job with that. And that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day.